All right, let's get right down to it. I am basically, as you can see, what we got here is a Chris Reeves. This is the box that it comes in when you get it. This is the large Sabenza 31 plane, Tonto, glass blasted, CPM magnet cut. And that's it. In the other box, there's nothing else around here. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I'm kind of disappointed. I'm thrilled at the same time, but I'm really disappointed because of what I want to get into with this knife and what it costs. Like for me, the one big issue I have with this knife, I've been carrying it for a while. I've had it for a while now, and I did have a problem like quality control wise, and we'll get into that. But yeah, we need to discuss this. But we're gonna go over what you get in the box and all that first. First things first, when you open it up, you're greeted with this card-like envelope thing here. You get all your, you get your information card, or your authenticity card, I guess you can call it that. Then you get like a breakdown of your knife. If you want to pause and look at that, you can go ahead and read that. Then you get this little, I guess this would be the warranty card or something, or registration, which I still got to do as well. And then you get a Chris Reeve sticker, and that's what you get in that. Here's the knife. You get a bag of oil. You get the tool to take, loosen up the pivot and stuff and screws and all that. And then you get this nice fiber cleaning cloth that says Chris Reeves on it. I don't know if you can see it right there. And then we'll put this aside. And here we are, greeted with the knife. Let me zoom in here. Okay, at first glance, made in Idaho. You got the stock pocket clip, blue back spacers in there. You got the blue thumb stud. Comes with their original normal lanyard. To some people, this will be a grail, and I could see why. But at the same time, I'm a little perturbed, a little pissed off. I might piss a lot of people off with this video, but I don't care, because I'm going to be honest with you. So it is what it is. But it's you can see the cutouts for the frame lock. Nice jimping up here at the top there. I mean, it's a nice looking knife. You got Chris Reeves logo engraved there. Made in Idaho there, like I had stated. And then let's open her up. Let me zoom back out. And here you go. You got the magnet cut blade, hollow Tonto grind. But my thing with this knife, okay, is I paid, I want to say around it was between $550 to $650 for this knife. And when I got it in a box out of it, I think I purchased it from River's Edge Cutlery. The pivot screws here were loose, super loose. So I tightened them up, and I was flicking it open, closing it, flicking it open and closing it, blah, blah, blah. And then this pivot got so loose that you can move it in and out. Like you could literally push down on this and this and feel it move. I've since fixed it. But my point is, people, with a knife of this stature, a knife that's one of the knives that's considered to be a grail, you shouldn't have to do this, especially like when it comes to quality control and what it costs. My mind is boggled by this, that some of these things can even slip through with a knife that costs this much money. A lot of people don't have that kind of money to put on a knife like this. So if they spend their hard-earned money, there should be no reason why they have to worry about quality control, and there should be no reason why right out of the box they should get a knife that's of this stature that has that kind of issue with the pivot. Like, I don't understand that. Maybe, give me your guys' opinion in the comments. Let me know what you think. But, other than that, this knife is freaking awesome. Since I've fixed that issue, everybody knows this brand. Everybody knows this model. It's slicey. It cuts great. It's a workhorse. You know, I know Chris Reeve knives aren't meant to be flicky and fidgety and stuff like that, which is fine. But the issue that I had out of the box should not have been a thing. And that's what I'm pissed off about. You know, when I buy a knife like this, I don't expect it to have issues like that. But other than that, I love this knife. I'm going to keep it. You know, I know a lot of people get them, sell them, buy them again. I'm going to keep it. And for me, like, you know, you got the ones with the inlays and shit like that on the sides. I like plain Jane. I like the plain Jane look, you know, the workhorse look. That's my style. That's what I like. Don't get me wrong. I do have a few other ones that have like fancy scales and stuff like that. But, you know, other than that, you know, other than the quality control, I recommend this knife. And if I were you, I would also pay attention to where you buy it from and stuff like that, as well as part of, you know, you purchasing something like this that costs this much money. But anyway, guys, this is what I have for you. Please comment, like, subscribe if you enjoy my opinions and takes on certain knives and stuff like that. I will be making an announcement here soon in a couple months. It's going to be something big, so stay tuned, subscribe, like, and share the video. And we will talk at you guys later. Have a great day. Well, all right, you've now, we went down low. You saw the box, all the stuff you get with it. And what are we talking about? Obviously, we are talking about the Sabenza 31 by Chris Reeve Knives. I am really critical of this knife, and it's for one reason only. It's because the amount of money these things cost, right? The amount of money these things cost, there should absolutely be no quality issue controls, in my opinion. In my opinion, it shouldn't be that way. I know I'm going to get hate for this video, and it is what it is. But in my opinion, as far as Chris Reeves goes, the quality control to me is just not there. And I don't care that I bought this from another retailer. That tells me that I got it from this retailer, and then it tells me it went from the Chris Reeves facility to them, and there was no quality control. There was not looked over. Like I said down below, I could literally take the pivot, and I can move them up and down, back and forth. That's unacceptable. For what this knife cost, that is completely unacceptable. Now, was I able to fix it myself and get everything tuned and this and that? Yeah, I was. But the fact of the matter is, when you pay this kind of money for a knife like this, you should not have, absolutely not have to adjust anything and do anything right out of the fucking box. It's part of my language, but yeah, I'm a little perturbed with this knife and the amount of money that I paid for this thing. I mean, other than that, I cannot deny that it is a workhorse. I cannot deny that the build quality is there. Because it is. It's Chris Reeves knives. Everybody knows. It's like a Grail knife. So everybody knows about Chris Reeves, what they are about, who they are, blah, blah, blah. So I can't deny that. However, when it comes to quality control, and I'm spending my hard-earned money because they don't send me knives, Chris Reeves is not going to, oh, we're going to send Josh's Daily Driver this. That. No, they don't. I use my own money to buy this knife. And I can't remember. It was $550 to $650, in between there somewhere. That's a lot of money for a freaking knife, people. Like, not everybody can afford that. Some people, that's what they make in a week. So for somebody to sit there, bust their butt all week and like, oh yeah, I'm going to get my knife finally. And then they go and spend that kind of money, and then they get it out the box, and they get to their disappointment. They get it, and it doesn't, you know, it's got a quality control issue. Like, to me, that's crazy. But like I said down below, the build quality, I like it. The jimping up at the top here is great. The sharpening choil is awesome. Plenty of blade life. I like the accents of the blue thumb stud. I wish it was a double-sided thumb stud and not just, you know, one-sided. And the blue back spacers. The milling of the titanium scales is nice for weight reduction. And the relief cut. Lanyards. I don't know if I'm a lanyard person or not. Like, sometimes I think I like it, I have it, and then sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I want it. So I can't tell you one way or the other right now if I'm a lanyard person or not. But I still got a while to go. This is my first year in the knife community. I've had knives in the past, and just never was And then here recently, this past year, I've gotten into it, and I've got quite a collection. Mainly my collection consists of Protec. I got a crap ton of Protec. I'm probably going to do a video and just have every one of my Protecs in my collection on that. And it's going to be a long video, so just stay tuned. But back to this, if you are a well-respected company in this community of knives and you are well-known, you should really, really pay attention to your quality control, in my opinion. Like, that to me should be number one, especially when you're charging what you're charging for your knives, and in my opinion, you really ain't doing anything new. It's been a long time since you've been doing anything new with your knives. It's, pretty much the same types of different scales, same blade shapes, same steels. Like, so it's not like you're bombarded and busy enough to doing so many different designs. It's not like you can't, like, take good care of your quality control when it comes to your product before you ship it out to other places. Like, I got this particular model, the Sabenza 31 Tanto, from River's Edge Cutlery. I can't blame them. They didn't make the knife. They probably got the box in, put the box on the shelf, and put it and listed it up on the internet for somebody to buy it. I went in there, saw they had it, and I was like, all right, I'm going to get it. And that's what I did. I got it home, or in the mail. And the pivot, you can literally move it up and down, up and down. Like, I was like, what the hell? That's crazy. It was loose as hell. That's unacceptable, Reeve Knives. Reeve Knife, that is unacceptable. And you should probably go to any of your vendors that have your stuff in stock and make sure they either quality control the stuff or you send some people from your team to do that, because that is unacceptable in my opinion. And the other thing is too, is there, there's things about people, oh, it's a fidgety knife. It's not a fidgety knife. They're not meant to be a fidgety knife. Why can't a Sabenza be a fidgety knife? Why not? Why not give you the option to put ball bearings instead of just washers? Like why can you not make these knives fidgety? Is there a rule and a law that Reeve knives have to not be fidgety, and all you're supposed to be able to do is just roll it out? Like, I don't understand. Like, is that like a pet peeve in the community with stuff like that or something? Is that like something I'm missing or what? Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. This is my thoughts and opinions on the Sabenza 31. Like it or love it, your choice. But anyway, go ahead, subscribe, like, and share the video. Stay tuned in the next couple of months. I'm going to be doing something big for my channel, on my channel, for you guys. So you're going to have to be subscribed to my YouTube, to my Instagram, and to my TikTok. And it's Josh's Daily Driver on all three platforms. I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing and why, but I am just going to put it out there that I'm doing something big. So you might want to subscribe to all three of those places, and we'll go from there. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day. Until next time.